What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So I noticed that after I uploaded last week's video, so week 10, I don't know what happened, but I did have more content than just that short video. I went back and looked at things, and I don't know why, but it only loaded that like one video. It didn't even upload my intro or anything. Super weird, but whatever. I just left it. It was a short week anyway. Not a short week. It was just a slow week. I didn't have a whole bunch of shit going on anyway, so it's not like I had a whole lot of stuff to share. This week, let's see, it's the week before Thanksgiving, which is usually pretty busy for me. I try to get clients in for additional sessions because I know I'm about to be out for a week. Not to mention, I talked to my family last night. My sister has COVID. My dad fractured his back. My mom has Parkinson's, so she's not terrible, right? Like, she can still get around and do stuff and function just fine, but there are times where it's like up and down, so it's gonna be something. But anyway, I'm just gonna vlog on my phone for like probably the rest of the month, just because I don't have the patience to like carry around my camera and do a bunch of editing on the computer. It's just so much easier for me to do it on my phone and more convenient. So that's what we're working with here. Let's see. This week I will have a check-in. I will check in Friday morning. I checked my weight this morning. I'm holding around 144, 145. And that's pretty good because I did have two, I would call them cheat meals. I mean, they definitely were. So I went out for a friend's birthday last week. We had sushi, which the sushi I had wasn't terrible, but then I had some mochi. Also, we went to Ryan's sister's engagement party, and Ryan and I split a lot of stuff. So we split like some nachos, a quesadilla, and steak and shrimp. I maybe had like a fourth of the nachos. I had one quesadilla bite. I didn't like it because it had onions in it. And then I had maybe like 4 shrimp and like 4 bites of steak. So pretty happy with the fact that my weight didn't really do a whole lot. Again, we just added an additional day of cardio instead of taking food out or taking food down. We decided to leave food high and just do that one extra day of cardio. So now I'm at 5 days of like 25 to 30 minutes. Like I've mentioned before, I have a Nordic incline trainer and I have iFit on it. So there's this like strength and hiking program that I do, and that's usually between 25 and 30 minutes. So it just kind of varies on the program that I do for the day. What am I trying to fill you guys in on? Training has been good. There have been many days where I have not wanted to go train. I've not really wanted to do anything. Like today, I really wanted to have a rest day today, but I was like, no, we're gonna get up, we're gonna go, we're gonna stay on track because you're about to head to Alabama. You're not gonna wanna have one rest day and that rest day be a travel day and then start training again the next day. So I'm like picking and choosing my battles here. So yeah. Also, on another note, non-fitness related, I've been redoing, I talked to you guys before about doing some redoing some things in my car. So I'm almost finished with it. I've kind of gotten back into like doing some stuff to my car. I'm almost finished with it, but the one last thing that I want to do is the airflow intake. That's going to be a little bit more on the pricey side, and to be honest, I'm not going to do it right now because I need to get my credit card paid off from our Romania trip. So, yeah, guys, that's where we're at. Also, oddly enough, on a business front, I'm having more and more consultations this month, which is odd because usually once Halloween hits, like, clientele and requests for consultations just drop because of the holidays, people traveling, they don't want to diet through the holidays, and blah, 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 right? So, I'm actually supposed to have, like, 3 new clients start up in December. So, that's awesome. I really need that. I'm really trying to get more online clients. One of those is an in-person, but the other 2 are online. I'm really, really trying to get more online clients and less one-on-one clients, just because the toll it's taking on my body lifting 45-pound plates all day long, you know? So that's why I'm constantly having, like, tennis elbow and golfer's elbow and blah, 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 blah. It's like one thing after another, but I digress. So yeah, I'm heading to TrueFit now. I actually am going to talk to the manager, Vanya Augusta. You guys who follow bikini may know her. She's an IFBB pro, just placed 12th at the Olympia. She usually always asks me to do, like, to help out with her posing clinics throughout the year. So I reached out to her today and I was like, hey, you know, I'd really love if you came on my side of town for a posing clinic. I think we could reach some other people. I'm only about 60 minutes away from Kentucky, so there may be some KY people that want to come down and hit up a posing clinic, that type of thing, right? So I'm going to talk to TrueFit today to see if they would be interested or okay with doing that and us using, like, the aerobics room. So yeah, so we'll see how that goes. There's this, like, stupid asshole just riding me. Like, you're not gonna get anywhere, dude, and I'm gonna speed up so you can't cut in. God, people are just douchebags, man. He must just have a little dick, that's all I can say. What an asshole. That's why I don't drive very far, because people just piss me the fuck off. Alright, anyway, guys, I am pulling up. I'm going to hit this workout. Again, I post my workouts on my shorts, so if you're curious as to what I do during my workouts, you can always check out my shorts. I don't know what's up with my shorts here lately, too. In the beginning, I was getting, like, thousands of views, and now I'm, like, getting, like, 50. There's some where I have, like, 2. I don't know. Whatever. Anyway. Alright, guys. I'll check back in with you later. Alright, guys. Ugh. Workout demolished. It was a good one. Even though I didn't feel like doing shit, I made it a good one. I did feel weak today, even though I did progress on exercises. Like, I was like, oh my god, everything feels heavy. Even my, like, beginning exercises, like, they all just felt heavy today. And some of them were heavier than I had gone. Like, glute thrust, there was just plates loaded on the machine, and to be honest, I didn't feel like taking them off. So I was like, you know what? We're just doing this weight today. We're gonna see. But that workout took longer than I had wanted. I had to wait on exercises, which I don't normally have to wait a lot just because of the time that I train, but I had to wait on the glute thrust, I had to wait on the leg press. I was like, geez. I went ahead and did, like, my other exercises, but by the time I got to the glute thrust, then the leg press were taken again. So then I had to wait on leg press. So, you know, whatever. It just is what it is. I am heading home. Let me tell you guys what I've got planned for the rest of the afternoon. I'm heading home. relax the rest of the day. I think I'm going to microneedle my face. I may wait and do that the week of Thanksgiving and do it like the night before Thanksgiving, because I ain't going to be doing shit on Thanksgiving Day. I don't know. If not, I am going to do a mask on my face. I'm going to do a charcoal mask. Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to be doing something. I bought a microneedling device, so I would like to use it today. But to be honest, like, I'm so tired. I just want to, like, not do anything. I want to go home, take a shower. I don't know. We're going to see. I really need to take an Epsom salt bath. But I'll be honest with you, I hate taking baths. I'm not a bath taker. I'm a shower taker. So, I don't like taking baths. I don't like doing the whole bubble bath thing. I don't like sitting in the bathtub. Like, I want to take my shower. I want it to be nice and hot. I want to chill out in the shower for a little bit. I want to get out, put my clothes on, put my lotions and stuff on, do my skincare routine, and sit down and not do shit the rest of the day. I don't want to soak in an Epsom salt bath for 20 minutes. However, I do know that it's necessary. I just don't want to do it, man. That's the whole reason I quit tanning too. I was like, God, it's just like one more thing. Plus, like, I'm already getting like so many freckles all over my body. It's ridiculous. So, yeah, I stopped doing that for the same reason. I was like, God, it's just one more thing on my list I have to do. I do, however, need to do the microneedling, because if you guys have been with me for any length of time, you know back in 2021, I had a bacteria infection on my face, and it left me with some scarring, and I had filler put in my face, which kind of filled out where the scars were, but I didn't like it. Like, I just didn't like having that in my cheekbones. Now, I've had my lips done, and I do have a big scar right here that I have had filler put in, but I had it put like all through here, and I was just like, I don't want to do this. But now that it's worn off, dude, what the fuck? Now that it's worn off, I can definitely tell that it had, in fact, like, filled out some of, like, the scarring that I had. So, but I don't want to have it done again. But I also don't want these scars. And every dermatologist is like, you know, microneedling will help. Blah, blah, blah. All that kind of stuff. So, I bought a microneedling device. So what are we doing? You guys get to see my frustration with driving any type of distance in full effect. So I don't know if I'll do that or not. We'll see. I'm gonna go home, eat my post-workout meal, and decide what I'm gonna do with my life from there. I do know, however, I'm gonna have a nice hot shower. I'm gonna put my PJs on, and I'm gonna watch movies the rest of the afternoon. I do know that. So, ooh, there was a bump. All right, guys, I'll check back in with you later. Hope you have a good one. What's up, guys? Welcome back. Thought I would get on here and vlog real quick while I am printing a label for a client whose custom suit I just finished. I was gonna do a little bit of vlogging yesterday, but it didn't happen. My friend Trista wanted to train with me, so we got in a workout together, and then she came over and hung out at my house for just a little bit. So I didn't get to get any real vlogging done. I mean, I probably could have included her, but I just didn't feel like doing it. So, so yeah, this week, let's see, it's Wednesday, so I just finished my workout. Dude, my workout today just felt so hard. I did go up in weight, but, I mean, it's not like I did anything really crazy, you know what I mean? So everything just felt hard. I'm sure it's probably just because I'm tired. I ended up getting up early today so I could get in here and honestly finish the suit. Which I did. I got it done. What is going on here? Why is it making me do all this? Sometimes I don't understand. View packages. Ugh, I swear. I got up early to get in here so I could finish this suit. I really just wanted to get it done. Where is her information at? Oh, I swear. Sometimes USPS is just a pain in the ass. I mentioned I kind of cut back on food a little bit this week. Not food. Well, I changed things up a little bit. Just because I still, even after the extra day of cardio, I've still been feeling really like just blown out in my midsection, and I really don't want that. So, I've kind of cut my carbs back a little bit, but I've replaced that with some fats. So my calories haven't technically gone down, but the carbs have been brought down a little bit. And to be honest with you, really not that much. So I'm just kind of trying this out this week to see like how my belly feels and, you know, all of that. So that's where we're at. And my eye, this right eye, every time like wintertime rolls around and kind of like the air gets a little bit drier, I just have so many issues with it. I'm having issues with it now. I mean, it gets to where it's like swollen and it hurts so bad. And I'm sure it's just allergies, but God bless, it is annoying, man. I mean, I don't know. Anyway, I guess I just thought I'd get on here and bitch about something. Anyway, guys, wanted to just kind of give you a little update. Again, seriously, if you are interested in my workouts or anything like that, again, I always post my workouts on my shorts. I'm more than happy to break them down a little bit further for you. If you have questions, just comment. If you're interested in working with me with training or anything like that, I don't just train competitors. In fact, the majority of my clients are just lifestyle clients. I'm happy to talk to you about that. Or if you're interested in like a custom suit or a pre-made suit, hit me up as well. You can find all of that information in the description box. So there's my little spiel for trying to promote myself. But yeah, anyway, guys, just thought I'd give you a quick little update. I'm going to get this label printed and on the box, and I'll check back in with you later.
If she gives herself another year, so I think next year is the year for her. And I told her coach at the beginning of this year too. I was like, you know, first I was like, you know, you might get her a title back. You know, she might be able to get a title back with how she's looking now. And then I saw her next to people at a show. It was a little less impressive when I was seeing her next to everyone at the show, and then I was like more obvious because you gotta have someone like next to someone to really tell. And I was like, yeah, it's gonna take you another year, buddy. I'm sorry. Like it's just she just needs a little bit more size. And you can see here the tie-ins, they're getting a lot.
What's up, guys? Here we are again. I have a pretty long break today, so I thought I would kind of chit-chat with you guys real quick. This lighting right here is fantastic, by the way. That's some good natural lighting. So, oh, my eye is still like so messed up. So, dude, I'll be honest, I have just not been feeling this week. Not that I've been like sick or anything's been going on or anything like that. I just have been not wanting to train this week. not wanting to eat my food, not wanting to eat crap, but just not wanting to eat. Or wanting to take the easy way out and just do like protein bars and protein shakes, which isn't good either. Is on this. So that's kind of where we're at. I am just, I don't know. Maybe I'm just in some sort of slump, you know? It happens. I think because of the industry that I work in, and because I'm always training people and I'm working out myself, that everyone always thinks that I'm like super motivated to work out and all this kind of stuff, and I'm not. A lot of times I just want to like go back to bed like everybody else does, but you know, I can't let myself do that. Like, I just can't. There's been some things that have been going on also that I've been super frustrated with, and I find myself getting more and more irritated with people in general, just because people are just assholes these days and lack respect and so on and so on, and you know, all that kind of stuff. And you know, the pressure of running a small business in these economic times is not the greatest. Unfortunately, you know, what I do is considered a luxury. So if people come across hard times, like, I'm going to be one of the first things that gets cut out. Luckily, a lot of my clients don't see me as a luxury. They take their health very seriously and they see me as a necessity. And I super appreciate that. I mean, I don't know. I'm just kind of like over it. I'm ready for the new year to start and to try to start fresh. This eye, ugh. I'm ready to have next week off, in all honesty, and go see my family. Even though I've had off for shows and stuff, people don't understand that taking off for a show is not like taking a vacation. Like, a lot of times people are like, oh, did you get to go around and see stuff? And I'm like, I was competing. I was working pretty much. Like, it wasn't like a adventure for me. I didn't get to go like venture out. Like, I pretty much get there, I get settled, I get ready for my show, I leave the next day. That's how it is. So, even though like we've been gone and we did that whole trip to Romania and all that kind of stuff, yeah, it wasn't like a vacation. It was work. So I'm ready to just have a week off from, even though I say a week off, like, I'm still going to have clients that message me, which is fine. I still have clients that are going to be checking in. I'm still going to have to confirm clients for the following week for my schedule. You know, I'm kind of just over this year. My birthday's in December 20th. So, I'll be working the week of my birthday, but then that following Saturday, which is the 23rd, I'll be heading to teach my yoga class, and then from there, heading to Alabama. So if I leave at 9:45, I may get there around 12:45, 1 o'clock, 1:30 at the latest. And I think my dad's side of the family is going to be in town, so hopefully I'll get to see them before they leave. Yeah, man, I don't know. I'm pushing really hard. I'm just gonna keep going. I still believe that there's so much more that I can do. And I'm going to fill you guys in. I was talking to Ryan about this. I said, I'm going to give myself 5 years. Within those 5 years, I want to win a pro show. I want to get to the Olympia stage, and I want to compete in the Masters Olympia, and I want to try to win the Masters Olympia. So, will I make that? I'm going to try my damnedest. I don't know if that's going to happen, but that's my goal. That's like my 5-year goal. So by the time I'm 45, I want to have accomplished all that. Because I'll be 40 in December, if you guys didn't know. So, that's kind of where I'm at with things, guys. I don't know. I feel like at this point, I'm just kind of chugging along. And even though I know I'm making progress, right? Like, I can tell in my physique, I'm making progress. I'm making progress in the gym. I stick to my meal plan. I've had very few meals that aren't scheduled off plan. Now, don't get me wrong. There has been times where, like, if I wanted a cookie, I had a cookie. If I wanted a bite of something, I had it. Like, Ryan ordered Chipotle last night and had, like, a really good steak bowl of something. I had, like, 2 bites of it. But I don't know. Maybe I'm just in some sort of funk. Just because the holiday season rolls around and, like, business slows down. Like, everything kind of slows down a little bit. And then around February, it kind of picks back up. So I think I'm just in that, like, holiday slump, right? And I'm just, like, feeling all types of ways. But anyway, I don't know. I'm just kind of rambling at this point, but I thought I would document it. Anyway, guys, I really hope that you're doing well. I do have a check-in tomorrow. I reminded Ryan about it this morning. I'm like, hey, don't forget, I have to check in the morning. So I have that check-in going on that I will be doing. So that will be in this video also. And again, if you want to see any of my workouts or anything like that, you can check out my shorts. All of my workouts are posted on my shorts. I don't necessarily post them in my videos anymore, but anyway. The dogs are barking at nothing now, but I hope you guys are doing well, and I will check back in with you in my check-in video and let you guys know if we're changing anything. Alright guys, sorry this is lopsided, it just is what it is. Check-ins done this morning. Weight stayed the same. I will say my check-ins were before I had a bowel movement, so I do think I was probably 1 to 2 pounds lighter than what I actually weighed in at. So 145, I think I'm more so like around 143. And the goal is just to maintain where I'm at. Ryan and I talked, so I bumped up to 5 days of cardio just to kind of see, and we're taking it back down to 4 days. So back to 4 days of cardio, because we don't need to keep it at 5, especially in an off season, for very long. And again, my cardio sessions are between like 25 and 30 minutes. I do a program on my Nordic Track treadmill. I have an incline trainer. So I do like a hiking series, and it's usually about 29 minutes long. But I do kind of like just a 3-minute walk warm-up that they always put you through, and then the like program that it takes you through, the workout that it takes you through, does this warm-up, kind of like stretching for the first like 2 minutes. So I don't necessarily count that as part of my cardio. So I would say it's between 25 and 30 minutes, right? We're just gonna keep food where it's at. Like I had said, I had kind of taken the carbs back a little bit and added in a little more fats. So we're gonna stay right there with that. Ryan thinks that the longer we're able to maintain where I'm at, body composition wise, right here, and with like my workout intensity and the cardio and stuff, he thinks that I'll go through more of a recomp and I'll start leaning out a little bit more, rather than kind of just like maintaining where my body fat's at, if that makes sense. Which we don't know if that's going to happen, but we're just going to kind of keep rolling along this path and see what happens. I mean, I'm not out of control. How much am I? I'm like 17 pounds above stage weight. Yeah, I'm like 17 pounds above stage weight, but I am trying to step on stage heavier next year. So say I step on stage at 130, then technically I'm only 15 pounds above stage weight, which, you know, most coaches, including myself and Ryan, we like to say within that 10 to 15 pound range. So if I'm able to step on stage at 130, then I'm only 15 pounds above stage weight. If I step on stage at 132, which I want to, then I'm only 13 pounds above stage weight. So you have to keep that in mind also. But anyway, guys, I am headed in. I'm going to try my best to crush this workout. It's not been like the greatest week for me. I mean, don't get me wrong, I've killed my workouts, but I've just been in kind of a mood, as you could tell from some of my other previous videos. And I am traveling this coming weekend. So I'm working tomorrow. I should finish up around 12:30. Then I'm going to head home and I'm going to get everything packed and organized and situated for traveling to Alabama. And then Alexis is coming to give me a massage. And then, yeah, I think I should be good to go from there. So that's just kind of where we're at. We're just rolling along with the punches. I don't know what next week is going to bring in Alabama. I am going to take my little stepper with me to get cardio in on, because I'll be honest, I'm not the best at finishing my workout and then just jumping on cardio unless it is contest prep. If it's contest prep, I'll do it. If it's off season, I'm like, eh. So I'm going to take my little stepper and I'll probably just do that in the mornings. And then I'll probably train around the time I always train, except for Monday. I have a meeting Monday over Zoom from like noon to 1. So I may try to go early and get my workout in early Monday. We'll just kind of see how I feel. If not, then I'll just go later. I'll figure it out. But anyway, I'm going to head on in here to TrueFit and get started on this workout. What's up, guys? Happy Saturday. I normally do this on Friday, but I had a massive headache on Friday and was just having to take care of myself. So I did do a check-in. I didn't post check-in video or anything like that. I did kind of post like a little picture, like a check-in picture update, but anyway, so we're not necessarily changing too much. So we're going to keep my carbs. We're going to bring them back down just a little bit. We're going to replace that with fats. So my calorie count pretty much stays the same. But my carbs are coming down a little bit just to kind of help with like whatever bloating issues that I'm having. And I was doing cardio 5 days, so we had bumped it up to 5 days just for 2 weeks, just to kind of see how my body responded, and everything pretty much stayed the same as when I was doing cardio 4 days a week. And plus, we don't want to keep cardio up there because I need to save that for one of my tools that I use when contest prep comes. So we popped it back down to 4 days a week, and that's pretty much where we're gonna be. So Ryan and I had a discussion about this. So the thought process is that if I continue like I am, be consistent with the cardio, consistent with the nutrition, then Ryan thinks that I'll kind of go through more of a recomp. He thinks that in the past couple of months that I've been in this off season, like, I put on some significant size. So I'm happy with that, and I can definitely tell that I used everything that I could, and I feel like I've put on some size. So we're thinking if I just kind of keep continuing down this path, that my body composition will kind of level out and kind of start going down a little bit. My main concern, I feel great with how I look. My main concern is like around my love handle area, like in the back part. That's where I tend to like hold fat. It's not necessarily like from the front I look flat, but if you turn to the side, at the end of the day I am distended, but I tend to hold fat like in my back, like down low where my love handle area is. So that's my main concern, and that's what I want to keep an eye on. Like, I don't want to just keep pushing and continue to gain fat in that area, and then when I come down, have an issue in that area, if that makes sense. So we're going to stay on this kind of plan until the end of December. We're going to see how my body continues to respond, and if I do start losing a little bit more body fat. And then once the end of December hits, we'll just kind of reevaluate and go from there. But we're going to give myself a little bit longer on the training and the food to kind of see like what's happening. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much the update. I am about to pack because I'm heading to Alabama in the morning to spend some time with my family for Thanksgiving. So that will be nice. And the doggos are going with me, so I gotta make sure I have everything together. So I'll check back in with you guys later. All right, guys, we are on the road to Alabama. I'm running into quite a bit of traffic. It's usually not this bad on a Sunday morning, which is why I travel on Sunday mornings. But today, I have hit a lot. So I think I had told you guys,
In 2 miles, keep left onto I-65 south toward Huntsville.
I have my maps on so I can see if there's like any more like traffic happening. So anyway, I think I told you guys we were going to keep everything the same. We were going to drop my cardio back down to 4 days a week. All that kind of stuff. But I had a talk with Ryan because I'm really concerned about like the way I hold body fat, right? So I don't necessarily hold it in my hips and thighs, and it's not necessarily all in my stomach area either. There's some in my stomach and some like in the back where my love handles are, like not on the side but the back. So like it's your spine and then right there, right? Not here, but there. Which I think is causing issues when I do lean down and I do my front pose and my back pose, because I'm afraid that...
Use the left 2 lanes to keep left onto I-65 south toward Huntsville.
Okay. So it's causing me to like wrinkle up in my back, and I think that's
left.
Dude, stop. Come contest time.
For 159 miles,
All right,
continue straight.
this off. Stop. All right, let's try that again. Jeez. If I'd known Navigator Nancy was going to be constantly talking. Anyway, so in that back area, when I do my back pose, I notice that there's like some wrinkles, and that's just where I tend to hold a lot of it. So I'm starting to get more concerned and be more aware of like where my body is holding that body fat during an off season. And I had talked to him and I was like, hey, look, you know, this is really concerning to me. I think maybe if we cut back down a little bit, and maybe not stay around 145, but maybe try to stay around the 140 mark, that will make a difference. Now, I know that's just 5 pounds, but 5 pounds does make a difference. So I told him I thought I wanted to go a little bit lower carb, higher fat. So maybe have carbs at meal 1 and my post-workout meal, and then the other ones be just higher fat and protein meals. So that's what we're gonna try. Also, I think it's gonna help because Kitty, stop, find a spot, get over there. I also think it's gonna help because I've been having some joint issues, and I think it's because I'm higher carb, lower fat. You know, healthy fats are good for your body. They lubricate your joints, they protect your organs. Like healthy fats are good for your body, right? And I've been lower on the fat end, so I'm also hoping that going lower carb, higher fat will help some of this little bit of joint pain that I've been having. And yes, I've taken turmeric. I've done all the joint stuff, right? But I still have had these issues since coming back from Romania. Like, I've had these knee issues. My elbows were also hurting at some point. Like, I had been not completely healthy. You know, I had had injuries throughout this prep, but no real, like, joint pain. But when I got back from Romania, I don't know if it was the travel. I don't know if it was the decompression. I don't know if it was finally being done with shows and my body just relaxing. But maybe it was a combination of everything, right? But I digress. My joints have not been in the very best of shape since getting back from Romania. I felt really good in Romania. I felt healthy in Romania. I felt like I could go and go and go. And then I get back and it's like I can hardly go at all. So I want to make sure that that's getting taken care of. And I think that the higher fats may help with that. I don't know. I'm just going to try it and see. So I'm going to start this week, even though I do have Thanksgiving. Of course, on Thanksgiving Day, I'm going to enjoy myself. But, excuse me. But I am going to start this week. And I probably will still have one cheat meal a week of carbs and fats and whatever it is that I want, right? But everything else is going to be lower carb for an off season, higher fat. So that's how we're just going to roll with things. I'm going to try to run this through December and kind of just see what my body does. And then we're going to go from there. Like I said, I don't want to drop a ton. I'm pretty happy with how I look. It's just I have those concerning areas that I want to make sure like I mitigate as much as possible. So that's the plan. That's what we decided to do as of yesterday. Before then, we were just going to keep everything the same and keep rolling. But as I was looking at myself and looking at my progress pictures and going through everything, I was like, man, like, I really feel like I need to do something about this now while I have time to control it and not try to control it during a contest prep, because then I only have so long to, like, fix it, right? So, anyway, that's my thought process. I'm going to let you guys go since I'm traveling, and I will get this video uploaded uploaded hopefully once I get to Alabama. So it is Thanksgiving week. I will be vlogging. I won't post a video until after Thanksgiving, so I really hope you guys have an awesome Thanksgiving if you celebrate Thanksgiving, and if you don't, I still hope you have an awesome week. If you don't celebrate Thanksgiving and you're getting off work, congratulations. Hope you have a great day off. And yeah, guys, that's pretty much it, and I will check back in with you for the week 12